Just a quick one, guys, before we do get into today's video. We have dropped our August Liverpool t-shirt collection. We've got the Liverpool fans tees, along with the Liverpool Capital Trophies t-shirts. Do browse the new collection by going down into the link in the description, or going to copbikeclothing.com. Anyway, let's get into today's video. And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, guys. I hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Guys, we're closing in on 50,000 subscribers, so if you haven't already hit the big red button, please consider doing so, and in return we'll keep you on the straight and narrow with everything with regards to Liverpool Football Club this summer and beyond into the new season. Liverpool, of course, got underway with a draw at Stamford Bridge yesterday in a performance which we basically declared the issues were clear. We do see the problems, they're glaring in our eyes, and it's not exactly groundbreaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Liverpool need a defensive midfielder and a new left-sided centre-back. But again, not groundbreaking news. It's something we've been talking about on the channel for a number of weeks and much of the transfer window. Now, instead of talking about the game, we might do a sort of deep dive and go through the sort of 5 things we learned in this evening's video. But for now, we're going to be discussing transfers, as it does seem as though the Moises Caicedo thing has concluded, and of course he will be going to Chelsea. A couple of days ago we did state that Moises Caicedo's heart was with Chelsea, despite Liverpool being the only club with a bid accepted, and basically Chelsea said to the Ecuadorian midfielder to hang fire whilst they sort of sorted stuff out to submit a bid. And now reports late last night stated that Chelsea did actually submit a Premier League record bid of £115 million to Brighton for Moises Caicedo, and he will now definitely be joining Chelsea. So we can bury the hatchet now with this sort of transfer. Again, my final thoughts on it. After yesterday's game, I do think Moises Caicedo would have been the perfect sort of missing piece for us, but certainly for Chelsea as well. I do think he's going to strengthen them a lot, and I'd seen both sides did need a sort of Moises Caicedo, and it would have been a good signing for both teams. But of course Chelsea get him, and the frightening thing is that Enzo Fernandez and Moises Caicedo could be partnering together, which is a frightening thing and a good thing for Chelsea. But for us, of course, it's a Liverpool channel, we need to look elsewhere and try and find and bolster that position before the next game, which of course is against Bournemouth. That now leads us to the sort of Romeo Lavia situation. Now, fans were probably expecting that Liverpool went straight back in for Romeo Lavia, despite obviously having a bid of £46 million rejected. Now, recently, Chelsea, a couple of days ago, had a bid of £55 million accepted by Southampton, and at the time of recording are still the only club with a bid accepted by Southampton. Now, I don't know if Southampton have made a sort of U-turn on this one, but late last night as well, reports emerged from Belgium stating that Romeo Lavia was going to join Chelsea. Again, I did say in recent videos that he did want the move to Liverpool. However, still no bid there for Romeo Lavia, so the situation remains that he might be going to Chelsea. But this morning we've had some sort of conflicting reports from Fabrizio Romano, basically stating that this one isn't dead in the water just yet, despite people saying that Romeo Lavia to Chelsea is imminent. So Fabrizio Romano has said this morning, both Chelsea and Liverpool are actively working on Romeo Lavia. Let's see how Chelsea react after signing Caicedo. Liverpool are already speaking to the agents of other players in that position, not just Lavia. So it does look like a situation where Liverpool are, exploring loads of different options, alternative options, but it's an interesting one to watch certainly, because if you're Romeo Lavia, you've kind of been waiting for this Liverpool bid. Liverpool have had 3 bids rejected, and now Chelsea have sort of came in, met and overpaid the asking price. Do you go there? Do you get your season going? Do you get your sort of career going whilst just hanging in the balance? Apparently, the Southampton manager recently came out stating that the player's head wasn't in it, and he hoped that everything would be concluded over the next couple of days. Is this a situation now where Romeo Lavia cannot be bothered waiting anymore? Does he just go to Chelsea, the team that's already had an offer accepted, and really get his sort of season going? Well, that certainly remains to be seen. But as I said, Fabrizio Romano this morning has stated that both teams are working on it, despite other reports stating that he is close to joining Chelsea. So we'll certainly see what happens with regards to this over the next couple of days. But it's definitely not over with regards to Romeo Lavia. But this sort of nightmare continues, if you like, with regards to this sort of defensive midfield transfer saga. Obviously, Moses Caicedo not joining. Romeo Lavia, well, it's unknown. But then who is the other three players, or who is the other players that Liverpool are working on? Who are they? Again, I've seen sort of names appear. Sanenga from PSV Eindhoven is a name that keeps on emerging, and certainly I don't see any concrete links from the actual journalists just yet, but certainly a player that is being sort of kept in the same breath as Liverpool. Again, he would be an interesting signing. Of course, De Keur, who plays for Crystal Palace, is another one. I've heard Gravenberch's being linked as well. So there is a handful of players out there, but I would say if I had to put as a betting man, I'd say that PSV midfielder Sanenga is probably one that does ring true. He's sort of a player that can play in that position and plays that position well. PSV had a fantastic season last year, and again, it would probably fit into Liverpool's budget. But if you're looking at it like that, obviously if Liverpool were prepared to pay £115 million for Moises Caicedo, Sanenga is going to be nowhere near that sort of price tag. So if Liverpool were going to be bringing him in, I would expect and I would demand the club to bring in maybe 2 defensive midfielders and a left-sided centre-back. That could equate to that sort of 115, £110 million that we're talking about. So they can't go cheap on this one, Liverpool. And again, they've already shown that they've got money and that they're willing to spend the money this transfer window to bolster the squad. So certainly I hope they do not cheat this one out and go in for these targets. But as the day goes on, I do expect these targets to sort of reveal themselves. But to conclude, Moises Caicedo to Chelsea is a done deal. Romeo Lavia to Chelsea is almost a done deal. However, Fabrizio Romano provided a contrasting opinion this morning, stating that Liverpool are still working on the deal. However, there has been no bid submitted there for Romeo Lavia, and he's also confirmed that Liverpool are speaking to 3 other players. So it remains to be seen how this one sort of works out. Certainly, as I said, I do expect things to emerge over the next sort of couple of days, but hopefully, yes, it's sorted in time for that second Premier League game. Season started, the chaos continues still. We're not at the end of it yet, despite Moises Caicedo joining Chelsea. I do expect Liverpool to be very, very busy between now and the end of the summer transfer window. But hopefully this week we have some new players, or at least one new player with a scarf above the head and in a new Liverpool t-shirt. My only worry is that to Liverpool fans, maybe these new signings going to be underwhelming just because they thought they were going to get Moises Caicedo. But I hope that's not the case. We really need to get behind these new players, whoever they are coming in through the door, and hope they hit the ground running, and that's all that matters. But Liverpool fans, do let me know your thoughts down there in the comment section below between sort of Moises Caicedo, Romeo Lavia, and who do you want to the club to sign in that sort of position. As I said, let me know your thoughts down there below. That does bring us to the end of today's video. As always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Remember, we do have Liverpool t-shirts available on our website, so do browse the collection by going down into the link in the description or going to copyclothing.com. Thank you, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.